Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about borderline. I don't know anybody how much know about borderline except the army who working in the borderline of their own countries. For me, the borderline is as if I am from my very little when I'm born. I already know about all the places, and they include very far away from the very nearest. From the far away, it's a universe, very nearest, just next to. My life was full of places with countries, and then things with all the borderline between the countries, all the things happening, occasions, economic, government, political. Basically, for me, I would say all the borderline is according to my life, how I living. For example, basically, I live the country, the inside of the country of the line of the country basis from all the nature of the human being and people of the culture, languages, and all the nature with next to the country of the line happening for the first, for the second, human and political occasion make happening all the time with money, business, all the deals between the country, trade. That's according to pass by between the borderline. So basically how I explain is when I'm born, I born like very higher and living the higher who I am as what it is inside of the country. And next, you'll be the country religion. The religion following the country and history. Although the languages, how people speak, following all the country religions came up with all the history people learn in a school, also tells by the Asians of their family from very old to young and very to the newest, even past the abroad, to knowing the new things, learn new things. Basically, I would say the history is left on the study, left on the places of the what build we have for the left of the statue, and basically what we see, what we can touch, and what we hear in a reality. And the people talk about God is God lived from the beginning, how they lived. Usually the God the people who is not. So people telling, people knowing from. That is a basic how make the human believes of their own country inside of borderline, how managed very well and very systematic with all the today's the company make all the product following the IT, electronic, all the science, everything from the universe, people who still never know. That is all the input for the human move forward to learn new things, how they people live and do the things going on forward. So basically how I learn of all the country inside of following the borderline, it's kind of inside all the people inside of the brain, how a made from of the basis with the stuff around. Just like one planet with around the universe with. So everything is following the people human vision came from the voices to the ear, see with the eyes, and speak out with the voices of the mouth. The how things make happening and everything conclusion of the decision to this world, how it will be. And so I would say from what I know is all the beginning following the borderline, so many country, the world has more than closest over 198 or more than that, I don't know today, but maybe the number of the country exists in this world, and they have their own languages. The beginning I knew is all the human as speak all the languages I knew, but not really able to speak. You just know all the languages, but following the inside of the country, you just getting forget of all the 198 languages. But the beginning, I was knowing all the languages, but never able to putting out. There is one country how he made with. And from the language, I would say, can make happen because the people speak language is everything. You understand from the very easy to the very difficult. So the ability of all the language, 198 countries languages, if you can understanding once, you can control all the world, how it happening. And one day, maybe for yours is 100 days later, but for me it's one day. I can make yours 100 days for the decision, how a future come to be. That's basically my only knowledge of my brain, how it made, according to from when I was little to until today. I of course the lost is not only languages because I don't use. I knew how all the language is, but never able to use and speak out in one countries. But things happening, things going on, is a day by day, is a passing by already 100 days, as I know. For me, is 1 day, 100 days already done, and today's already more 30 years. So it came since when I was little. The knowledge of what I know is coming to close to half, but not all yet. So today's happening, especially I see from the news, obviously people see from, so easy to talk about. From the news, from the internet, basically where easy the nearest people can reach up from the screen to get the information from. Is all basic about the things being happening, but only brain inside, but one person, the ability of the human, the huge gap made, something just could not done for many things. That is a reality. So that is putting out for the over the maximum or the max average of the information today's, the reality, all the human in the world making it happen. To the baddest is a war. For the good, it's some kind of solved and saved and somehow living. But for the worst, lost, gone, forgotten, disappeared, doesn't exist anymore. Those kind of things are all the bad things. So I have to express for all the human people know, to let know what is a borderline for people. As you see, what is all the countries people are speaking up and happening to see around what exactly today. And the future still ahead going to happen for sure. I cannot tell exactly what it is, but people are today moving and doing all the things what should have done to the end always has a result. There's a end of the result have to done is to be done anyway, so cannot stop. It's very difficult to control. If you want to control, you tell them. You just became. Nothing you can stop. There is a world today's moving on for what's conclusion come to get there. It's sometimes very difficult to speak because the language, is sometimes have a very sequence with the same thing happening many places. To very difficult to recognize that exactly who and what and where and what's going to happen, and then people what going to do doesn't know, because if I say they just know one thing in the same, nothing gonna change but make very more confused